Hi, I'm Alex from the Southern Ukulele Store, and a few weeks ago Romeo and I visited Petaluma in Northern California, where we met Marcos and the team at Carla USA, who make the Revelators. So the three luthiers that build the Revelators, not robots, as has been falsely reported previously. The humans that make the Revelators in Petaluma, California, talked us through the process behind how they assemble and create these instruments. We talked to Marcos about his favourite tone wood combinations, and we got to really know what makes these instruments special. Obviously, the Revelator was originally designed and built by Pete Howlett. We've been on board with the Revelator since it was first designed, I think in 2016, 2017. And it's amazing to see the journey it's been on. When I was listing these ukuleles, I had the pleasure of being able to see every Revelator that we've ever had. And I love the consistency of the Revelators as you go through them, but you get some really select pieces of tone wood and put them on this unique contoured slimline ukulele, and the sound you get is just superb. The tonal differences between the Mango and the Korina is just stunning. I wanted to feature a Mango one in this video, but unfortunately it's sold the day before I'm filming. But I do have for you today two Korina ukuleles I can show you, and two Sus exclusive models as well behind me that pair up familiar tone woods and some quirky tone woods in a unique way. But the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at the Carla USA facility. I'm going to show you some of the footage that Romeo and I filmed while we were there, where some of these instruments behind us make a special appearance. Romeo and I had a fantastic time at Carla USA. I found it very hard to trim the footage down to a manageable video for all of you, but hopefully it shows you the processes and the personalities of the people that make the Revelators. We had a fantastic time there, and just looking back through this footage made me extremely happy, and I'm hoping it makes you all happy too. Is complete.
There
you go.
Nice.
Well, mostly complete. That's the rough end of it. Like I said, once this gets glued on, you guys want me to talk about the process at all, or you just want to watch?
A little bit would be great.
Yeah. So right now, what I'm doing is setting up the basic lines to rough in what I'm going to be doing here. So this right here actually has the taper of our neck. So it should be at 17.5 millimeters up to 19. And then the second lines I'm doing here, they're going to be guidelines from what I'm actually carving, using the all the rasps and the spoke shape and everything, just to get a rough shape in. The main thing here is keeping all the lines straight so everything stays symmetrical.
What's your favourite wood to work with?
Probably mahogany.
Yeah?
It's just so dang cooperative. It's easily predictable for the most part. It's not the best to look at,
yeah,
but it's just so reliable. As far as there's some pieces of Korina. Korina's really fun to work with. The nice thing with the Korina is the figuring can change so much.
Yeah.
The first net carve I did that Pete was teaching me on, watching the piece come to shape and like the grain and everything just come to fruition, it was it was almost magical. Just
really?
Seeing, like, I still have a picture of it from Frankie finishing it. Where did that go to? It went to one of our artists, but just seeing the way everything flowed with it, because right here it's all square and everything, and then seeing it just round out and then watching the grain just kind of flow and do this whole thing, it was gorgeous. So that, you don't get that with mahogany. At the same time, mahogany's never fought with me. I can very consistently do a mahogany net carve 20 to 30 minutes.
I've had some mango where you see this grain going this way, then it's straight, then it kind of shoots back all over the place. Once you get to the spoke shave and everything, you hit it and then just crack, and then you can get chips in it. So then you really gotta take your time with it. At the same time, once it's done, it is awesome. But like I said, you have to give her what she needs. You have to listen to her. You can't just do what you want.
Which bits are automated? I mean, obviously, I don't really count a CNC machine because it's got to be. Yes, that's for accuracy.
That's the only thing. That's getting the body cavity and everything figured out. You know, milled out and everything. That's the only thing that's automated. Everything else here is done by hand.
Maybe we should take it as a compliment.
Fretboards, you know, would be one of the fretboards, but like you said, accuracy.
Yes, for accuracy. Yeah.
We're not hand cutting inlays. That's done on there on the CNC. But everything else is done by hand.
You've got to take it as a compliment then that some people think that it's maybe it's because it's such a precise thin line. I don't know. I never really got it because I always watch videos of Pete making them.
Yeah, that spot's still fighting me. So if it fights me too much and it starts skipping, and there's one. The old rasp comes into play.
Yeah. So first of all, what was your favourite Revelator you built? Is there a combination of wood where you're like, that's what I would choose?
We just messed around with some maple. Yeah. Really surprised at how full sounding it was. They're all really nice. The Koa sounds awesome. Every piece is different though. That's the thing that's such a trip. You know, you can get all of your braces shaped and everything, but every piece of wood is different. Okay. So they always sound kind of. They do sound different. I mean, that's kind of part of finding your instrument for you. You have to go out. You know, you can get a D28. Yeah. But you get a D28 that's 1 year old versus 10 years old. They're all going to sound different. How are they going to mature? That's a whole nother thing. Yeah. And I think that has a lot to do with wood selection too. You know, I don't know when these trees were cut down, so I could have a piece of Korina from however old versus another one. You can get it down to the relative humidity and everything. But you know, they all kind of sound different. So I think that's important to really sit there and play it and really see what speaks to it.
How long have you been doing this then, Marcus?
At this point, shoot, almost a year to the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We weren't doing neck carves before. That was my favorite thing about having Pete come in and teach us this build, was learning neck carving. And since then, shoot, I've probably done 100 to 150 of these things at this point now. Something like that. They're getting up there. It's one of my favorite parts of the process.
Really?
Yeah, it's fun. All right. Good old mango. Mango is an interesting wood to work with. The way the grain orientation works. It likes to fight with you. It really does. Mahogany is a piece of cake.
Whoa. Whoa.
That's the satisfying bit.
This is fighting him. It's fighting him.
You can see it. All that chatter right there.
You look like you peel a good potato.
Years of practice.
Actually, I studied in potato peeling.
I studied in potato school.
In an outburger before I came.
I have luckily never worked in the food industry. Unless you want to count the supermarket, but that doesn't count. Stock in the beer cave don't matter.
Because people are getting their cars batteries smashed through. Luggage taken out.
That's basically going to stay there for a minute or two. When I say a minute or two, I got to get these cheeks done, but this gets glued onto the neck. After we glue it onto the neck and I get the neck angle and everything figured out, that's when we come in and do the heel carve, and then we do the final profiling of it. But that right there is the basic profile of it.
Fantastic. Thank you for showing us.
You're welcome. That carve is complete. There you go.
Nice.
Well, mostly complete.
Now you've seen the Carla USA custom shop in action, let's talk about these ukuleles. This is the first of its kind, I believe. This is a Revelator with a classic Carla code NSP KORTL, which stands for Nautilus Style Premium Korina Tenor Left-Handed. And the difference between the premium and the master grade Revelators isn't always just down to wood. So this is a premium grade model. It has the premium Korina, but the premium models also have some spec differences to the master grade. The hardware, the tuners are chrome. You have a 36mm nut width with a Royal Blackwood fingerboard and bridge on these models. Royal Blackwood is an engineered wood, so you take different pieces of wood and you bake them until they become very, very hard and aged and torrefied. And the Blackwood itself is a great substitute for something like rosewood or ebony. Really nicely figured as well, and irrigated. I always get those words confused. But there's nice kind of pockets of wood grain to them as you look down. The contour of the Revelator, the curves on these things are just gorgeous. If you're not left-handed and you're watching this, just take a moment to appreciate this is available right-handed. Look, I can even flip the video if it makes you feel more comfortable. And I'll flip back. But I liked these so much that when we were there, I got my own Revelator. It's the first new ukulele I've bought in nearly 3 years. And I'm just blown away with how resonant and light and fluffy and frankly sensual these ukuleles are when you play them. Like, you feel every note. I think the Revelator is the future of the ukulele, and I'm delighted, you know, as the head honcho of Southern Ukulele Store, I'm really delighted to be in on the ground level with Carla, with what they're making, and I'm really excited to show off the two customs we've got for you in a moment. But for now, I'm going to give the premium grade Revelator, the left-handed one, to play for you and see what you think. Then next up, we're going to look at the master grade Revelator. The code for the master grades are the NSM KORT, Nautilus style, the teardrop sound hole, master grade Korina tenor. So as well as having the higher grade of Korina, you have an ebony fingerboard and bridge, you have gold hardware. So much of how these instruments are shaped is done by hand, as we saw in the factory tour video earlier on this video. But they are just sublime. I'm going to get Phil to give this ukulele a play for you now and see what you think. Behind me we have a couple of Southern Ukulele Store exclusive Revelators. The first being this ukulele here. Both have the code of an NSLT, which is Nautilus style limited tenor. This particular one here has a Cypress top, so an Italian Cypress top, really figured looking piece of wood with Honduran mahogany back and sides. So a nice straight grained mahogany back and sides, which gives you the kind of ultimate traditional ukulele sound. I know everyone thinks of koa, but trust me, mahogany, that Martin sound, you know, the darker, sweeter, more soulful element of the ukulele, paired up with the Cypress top. Cypress being very similar to Cedar. It's a very reflective wood. It's transparent and clear, but it has some darker overtones. If you play lightly, you get a light sound. If you play into it and really make something expressive, you get more volume and tone and depth and character. This has the premium grade features. I'm really big on the Royal Blackwood. I really like that wood, so I asked for this ukulele to have a Royal Blackwood fingerboard and bridge, along with the silver hardware. You have the shell inlay at the 7th fret, a la the early Revelators, and the hand-carved heel joint and the kind of hand-carved neck. Just a gorgeous ukulele. Let's give this NSLT Cypress model a play and see what you think. And last up today, we have a hybrid of the classic Revelator, the original Revelator in Korina, with Cedar. So this is an NSLT with a Western red cedar, so an American Western red cedar top with premium grade Korina back and sides, or back really, because it's a carved body. It's a it's a shell body rather than back and sides. You have the Korina neck as well, premium grade feature, so royal blackwood with the royal blackwood fingerboard and bridge and the chrome hardware. The reason for this pairing is that the first Revelator we received had a pencil cedar top, and it's still the ukulele that I get the most compliments about from sound samples. People always email me and say, I saw this Howlett Revelator with this pencil cedar top. It's been going on for like 3 years now, 4 years now. People saying, oh wow, that was a great ukulele. If that ever comes back in secondhand, let me know. And I wanted to recreate that. So I told Marcos and the team about this a while ago. We actually chose a piece of cedar we thought was suitable. All of the woods for all of these Revelators were actually chosen by me. So if you think they're ugly, keep it to yourself, because I don't want to hear that. I don't want that negativity in my life. But they just sound divine. So, two custom models there just for sus. One with the Cypress top and Mahogany, one with the Cedar top and Korina. You've got a mixture of quirky and contemporary and traditional, all under one roof. I'm going to give this NSLT Cedar top model a play for you now and see what you think. So there you have it, folks. I really hope that this video has been informative and just really got more people into this Revelator concept. We are fully behind it here at Southern Ukulele Store. I can't wait for the Night Owl, the more affordable version of the Revelator, to be introduced later in the year. They're going to be available in Acacia and Mango around the summertime. Please look out for more of these later in the year, and if you're interested in any of these, there are links in the description. Thank you very much.